engine is getting torn down, Lake, as the process continues here at Engine Performance Expo.
Yep.
And I'm just loving what's going on, going back and forth between the build projects and our roundtables and personalities. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. So those of you out there, it'll be a beautiful Saturday, and you'll have a lot of time to sit and enjoy what we are doing. We've got another great roundtable because we're about to make a major announcement. But I'm pretty proud we got Mr. Callies a little bit. What did you guys think about that? Did he come across as surprised, Billy? It looked like it.
Oh, it was so cool to see because he didn't have any idea, and it came across. That was wonderful. You guys did it. And, before we go too far, him talking about that, what makes a great person is not a single event. It's when you repeat it chapter after chapter after chapter. And when you talked about having chapters in your life and highlights from each chapter, I mean, that's what I'd like to look back at my life and say, what was the best part of this chapter?
It's pretty cool that way.
Well, it's the legacy that we leave behind, right? When you keep doing the right things and putting those little pennies in the bucket, right?
Doing the right thing's a pretty important part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you get to the end of this journey,
you're going to do.
Get to the end of this journey and you look back and say, I did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're okay.
That's the key.
And in pretty much everything that is appreciated in our world, from athletics in particular, right on up, there's usually a method of honoring the people who achieve that level so that everybody in the future that comes along, they can recognize that. You think about, you want to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame or otherwise. And that's something that, Lake, you guys have recognized, and folks here at the Expo, that in the engine building trade, like, how do we honor those people who have done something so significant over the course of their career that has caused everyone else to, either take notice or emulate or want to be a part of it? And how do you honor them forever? That is the question.
And the last few years we've done this, Lifetime Achievement Award, and that's great. And there's it's been fantastic to be able to honor Ed Pink, Ed Escuderian, and yourself now for that, which is fantastic. But there's so many more people, and that's what's lacking in our industry. You have these pioneers that have done all these things, and it's just the stories that people tell about them is what it is to be able to maintain that legacy. We need to do, Scooter, we've had this conversation started years ago. We had this idea, and we talked about it, to try to do something physical was challenging.
Yep.
But we recognized even back then that we need to do something. We need to have an Engine Builder Hall of Fame to recognize, to memorialize the people that founded this and pioneered and did great things that contribute to what we're able to do. So we have no idea, right? Full disclosure, I have no idea how we're going to do this, what it's going to look like. But I have learned a few things from you along the way, that if you put it on camera, if you put it in black and white, you're going to do something, you're more than likely going to do it.
You'll do something. You'll progress from there, progress or regress, one of them.
Yeah.
If you hit send.
So hitting send.
It's gonna happen.
I always have a rule. You never hit send when you're pissed off.
Yeah.
Reread it the next day. It'll look different.
It's also just sitting here with these greats and this whole idea that you've come up with, you guys. The older we get, the more people we have to say goodbye to. And it's the older we get. When I was a young kid, I didn't know a lot of people that died. When I was a little bit older, they pass. And that's something we can count on. The longer we live, the more people we know they're going to pass. And I think this is a really great opportunity to memorialize the ones that helped us get where we are today, paved the driveways for the paths we've been on, and created a industry that's so awesome.
Yep.
Well, the passing of Danny Jessel this week, to me, cemented, you can always change the schedule, right? We could have just done something else right now and put it off because we didn't have a plan. But then when I saw that Danny passed, I was like, you know what? We're doing it. We're going to figure it out. Then I think with the people here at this table and in this building right now, we have the right people that know what to do, the resources to begin to make something happen. So, I feel like what we said before is that doing something physical is very challenging. It costs a lot of money, takes a lot of time and effort. But we can maybe do something online, right? If there's a way to build a website that has the pages, much like the SEMA Hall of Fame does, where we can begin to tell those stories and get people to contribute and say, okay, now here's this person's story. Tell their story. We can do it through videos sometimes if it's possible. Let's try to do the things we could. It's like when we did the Ed Pink's shop tour this year. That was one of the other reasons it came about, was like,
Sure.
we got to document this before they come and bulldoze it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because once it's gone,
It's gone.
it's gone. Right. So we need to be able to make an effort. So that's really what this whole thing's about, is putting that flag in the ground. We're going to do it. And a year from now, we'll come back and we'll have it figured out. But what we would love to do is come back a year from now and have 2 days of the Engine Performance Expo. Then on the third day, bring back AETC and have technical sessions in the morning, just like old school presentations.
Okay.
Then have a lunch break, and during that lunch break, we would begin to induct people into the Hall of Fame, which will be a virtual Hall of Fame. But then we can finish the day with more tech sessions. So we're bringing back AETC, resurrecting that, making it real again, and then combining that with the Engine Builder Hall of Fame. That's my vision, and I hope that we can all pull that off and make that happen by this time next year.
Like, when we talk about an Engine Builder Hall of Fame, when you think about performance engine builders, when you think about motorsports, and every one of the guys in it, the greats, they're worried about winning this race, winning this next race. You're focused on this. And the great ones all do that. I mean, a lot of people win a race. But what separates a guy like Ed Pink, and everyone who's won this award, isn't winning one race. It's generation after generation, series after series, all kinds of different things, different rules, coming back and showing that performance over and over and over again in whatever they did. And it could be building businesses, it could be building engines, it could be building, rocker arms and lifters, but it's this repeated success.
Well, I think that's a key part of what we need to do is, just like in the other Hall of Fames, they've got areas for pitchers and hitters and coaches and all that. We need to recognize the industry leaders, the people that built the businesses.
Well, this is innovators. And you can innovate a lot of ways. You can innovate. Richard Maskin was probably as much an innovator as anybody's ever been.
Right.
Maybe not a great engine builder. It didn't matter. He would tell you he was. But
every engine builder is the greatest engine builder ever.
Those guys, you take the Lingenfelders, you take some guys. And even we don't know them, but if you went back in the 1900s, there was guys back there that were really, really tremendous innovators, and they set the stage for us being here today too. So we're going to have to really think about this and come up with a bucket, if you will, of the potential candidates, and then just try and throw them out there and see what happens.
It's lots of different motorsports venues to choose from, and lots of great people in that.
A lot of them.
A lot.
At this point now, there's a lot of history, like you say.
Yes, sir.
We're in 2023, and boy, they were racing back in 1923. So we've got way over 100 years to catch up on. So we got a lot of catching up to do.
Yep.
And you don't want to miss the Millers of the world and everybody else, the Ed Winfields of the world, that people don't even know that they're being still touched today.
They don't even know who they are, who they were.
Right.
But were it not for some of those people, we wouldn't have anything to do today. We'd be working at a Payless store measuring shoes or something.
And that's the point of the process.
With Bruce Crowder.
Yep.
And Winfield was his teacher on grinding cams.
Yep.
So, Winfield.
Some good history.
Yeah, and then Winfield at Indy would bring his carburetors, and they were fantastic. They were like a piece of jewelry. Marvelous people.
Yeah, and had nothing to work with.
Had nothing to work with. Exactly.
cell
Made
phones either.
things out of nothing. There was no YouTube. There was no Engine Performance Expo.
No CNC machines. Rottler would be in trouble.
There's Portland Lathe. That was it.
Roller was around, but just amazing. But gentlemen, I think most importantly, the concept of the Engine Builder Hall of Fame hatched right here. And Hall of Fame's, typically there's a board, get together, vote on an inaugural class, and then from that point just fill the Hall of Fame. But it's a great concept, and I'm honored to have been here for the inception and concept. So Lake, make it happen.
Yep.
I got plenty to do. Don't worry about
it. Doesn't have enough to do already. Way to go, gentlemen. All right, we're going to throw it out to a product demonstration now, which is kind of cool. We are here in a full machine shop at Straub, and I'm excited. We're going to go right on into the shop.
Well, yeah, you said Rottler, back in the old days, didn't have those machines. Well, guess what? They have a brand new machine called the EM45. So let's go to the video of the demo of the new EM45.
What a day, what a day, what a day. Yeah, my brain is swollen. I've learned so much today. They told us, don't start cars. We are not going to listen.